Welcome, welcome to the new and improved podcast, Alchemize Your Life, Turn Shit to Soil. And this is the very first episode that we're filming. And there's so many emotions happening, excitement, a little nerves. But yeah, I just want to welcome you. I just want to welcome you guys and just kind of give you like a rundown of what the show is going to be about, who I am, who the producer is,
Hey
how we've
guys.
gotten here, how we've manifested this for ourselves. But yeah, as for the podcast here, thank you for listening and tuning in. This podcast is going to be focused on mindset, mindset shifts, transformation, some setbacks that you might have been through and was actually the catalyst to, living something great and just being able to talk to people that are chasing dreams and who are building things and learning new skill sets that they have to acquire in order to maintain new blessings and just what that looks like. Everyone has a different story, and being in this time, people think success is like overnight, and they have this perception of what being successful is, or they think successful people have not gone through their own you know troubles or struggles or stories. And not just successful people, people who, like I said, are just building, who are finding themselves, who are figuring out how to be successful in a business that they're just starting. And hopefully, you as listeners can take something from this, whether it's inspiration or hope or a skill set or a book. Yeah. And I hope you guys love it. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited for the guests that we're going to have on. I think you guys will really enjoy it. My name is Tori. The cameras come on and I suddenly forget who I am and what life I've lived and, everything. But I will be your host, Tori, and every now and again you'll hear a little voice on the mic, on the B mic, who is also the producer of the show.
The faceless voice.
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
And this is it's really, really, really cool because if you've been rocking with us,
If you know, you know. If you know, you know, period.
if you know, we had the whole reason why we came to Los Angeles is because we had a podcast. This is not our first podcast.
It's not our first rodeo.
Yeah, it's not our first rodeo on the pod scene, but I think
it's new and improved.
Yeah, it's new and improved. We're new and improved.
Yeah, I think it's more, I don't want to use the word aligned, but like I think it's just, it makes more sense with who we are now.
Yeah, I think aligned is a great word to use. I think it's structured. I think it's niche.
Yeah.
I think it's really, really good. But yeah, we want to talk about how we got here and like run it down. So was it 2021?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So before this was in COVID.
Oh yeah.
We manifested, we thought this, we spoke this before we even knew this was a thing. And honestly, Los Angeles was not the first place we decided to move.
It was not.
This was not the first place.
This wasn't.
It was last minute. It was your idea.
It was very last minute. I remember the day.
It was on your birthday.
It was my birthday. We were going to brunch and I was like,
yeah,
you know what? You know what it was? Peaches was playing in the car and I was like, you know what? This is giving Cali. We need to go to Cali.
We need to move to Cali. Yeah, it was Peaches from Justin Bieber.
It was Peaches, yeah.
Wow. So yeah. And we would just sit on your back porch because we had nothing to do. I mean, everything was closed. And we would literally just talk as though it is, to put it simply. Like, conversations for hours. We would say we were smoking hookah on the back patio, like it was oxygen.
Oh God, that was
and
so bad.
talking about how we're going to be around just like really great people and having really great opportunities, like flourishing in Los Angeles. And one day we're just going to look at each other and it's just going to be like, wow,
Yes,
like
wow.
we did
We
it. And
did
it's just
it.
going to click. Um, so yeah, it started in COVID and we decided it was LA.
Mhm.
We decided it was LA and
It
that
was
was,
supposed to be New York because it was closer, and I think we just, well, I should say I just felt better about being closer to home.
mhm,
But then we, like you said, last minute, we're just like, we're just gonna go across the country
yeah,
instead.
with without like a doubt. And I think that's a part of what manifesting is like knowing without an ounce of a doubt
You
that
couldn't tell us otherwise.
in our family,
Yeah,
they
they
was
was
down us
hating.
a little bit.
They was hating.
They was down us a little
They
bit,
were.
but it's okay.
It's all right.
Um, okay, so yeah, it's set in stone. All right, kick out New York. We're going to Los Angeles, and now we just have to like map it out, figure it out. And what
Save our
would you
little
say is the first
coins.
step? So I knew my car. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe you guys give a shit about whether or not the exact steps. I gave away or gave back my car to the
Mhm.
dealership. That was step one.
Mhm. I
Gave
did the
my car
same.
back, got that out the way.
Mhm.
You gave your car back,
I did the same.
got that out the way. And the next part was just making sure that the funds that we did have, we
We're
were
able to be
keeping.
stretched.
Yeah, they were going to be stretched.
Yeah.
And we didn't understand the process of looking for apartments either.
No.
Let's say that.
We never lived anywhere else aside from where we moved from, which is our parents' house.
Yeah. So we were kind of, would you say naive would be the word? Or
I wouldn't say naive. I just think we didn't know.
yeah.
But also
Well,
probably a little
a little
naive.
naive because we were just like, yeah, we're just gonna go. We're gonna fill out an
Yeah,
application and then we're
so
gonna get the
easy.
apartment.
So easy.
We have no job there. We have nothing there, but they're gonna give us the apartment.
Why wouldn't
Why
they?
wouldn't they? We're great people. That's the qualifications, is we're good people. So we're trying to figure it out because we don't really have a huge game plan. It was kind of just like,
We bought a one-way ticket.
yeah, yep, that's what it was. We bought a one-way ticket.
Actually, no, we went to California
That's right.
like a couple weeks before we actually moved to, like, quote unquote look at the apartments that we were supposed to be given.
Yeah.
And then we went back after.
I forgot about that.
And we bought a one-way.
We did book a little trip to kind of see what we could do while we were out here, thinking like you said, we were just gonna get the apartment. We didn't find anything that trip, but
we were also job hunting.
So it was purposeful. So yeah, we didn't get anything that time, so we came back, and then the next, all we had to do next was just book the one-way ticket, and I think we booked it for like end of July, and then we had to move it or something, right?
To August, yeah. So basically, like, there was this kind of a part we skipped. We were applying at apartments, weren't qualified because we didn't have a job. We literally, that's another part. We quit our jobs.
Yeah.
Back in Boston. And so we didn't have jobs. So people were like, we're not giving you this apartment. Like, are you okay?
Like, you got to pay rent each month.
Right. So we just decided to do an Airbnb.
Yes, which are pricey.
Yes.
So yeah, we booked it. We got here, what was it, August
2nd.
2nd?
It's our anniversary.
Yeah. So we're going on 4 years.
Yes.
We're just about coming up on like a complete 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
And we booked the ticket and we said,
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. And I don't even know what in us, like, to know who we are, like, our whole lives, like, we would have been, and we say this, we would be the last 2 people you would think were just gonna up and move.
Literally. Like, I know our parents were like, what the hell? Like, what?
Yeah.
We just literally packed all of our belongings and got on a plane, didn't look back.
Yeah. And I remember the night before we left, it was me, you, Tanika, Shantae, yeah. And everyone was kind of like leveling up.
Yeah.
Or
everyone was going through a transition at that time.
Yeah.
Because again, back at my mom's house, manifesting throughout the pandemic, like, they were So Tanika and Shantae, I don't know, should we say who they
Yeah.
are my sister and her now wife. And they were planning or manifesting a
Their
home
home.
for themselves at the same time that we were manifesting California for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same exact time, the changes were happening. Like
Mm-hmm.
they bought a house, we moved to California. Like it was just so like
Yeah.
crazy how it was happening.
Yeah. So it was just kind of like a small like get together before we kind of like took off. We stayed the night at your house. We had maybe about 4 or 5 suitcases each.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
That's it. Just some suitcases, and then your dad like that was
Loaded up
it.
his
I
car,
wish I could
yeah.
remember the feeling that I had. I don't know if I could quite put words to. I'm sure it was so many things because
Mine was definitely a lot. I think like I look back a lot and think about how I felt during that time, and because I know myself, and I think this was just God, I think my feelings were kind of just like numb a little bit because
mm,
I know had they not been, I probably wouldn't have come. And
I
I
mean,
think God was like, let me just regulate her because if not, she ain't going.
yeah. And I think in a sense, like for me, I don't even know really what I think I just knew it was gonna work out. And I think
Yeah.
you did too. I don't think you
I
didn't think
know.
it was. But yeah, I couldn't quite put words in this moment on what it felt like, but I was just like, this is it.
Yeah.
We are driving to the airport. Like we are flying to like California and we don't have plans of coming back.
We don't.
And, it worked out. So yeah, we get there. We have the Airbnb
Mm-hmm.
for a month.
We have Airbnb. We have a rental car.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
That's
And we
it.
have a month.
As of
At this point in
now,
the story, we have a month to figure this shit out.
yes. So, I mean, as soon as we touched down, things did not align.
Oh no, I forgot
as
about that.
soon as as soon as the story started here in LA, and it's not that it was like shit show, but the Uber didn't show up.
The Uber didn't
So like
show up.
off rip.
But also, like now knowing, obviously now living here, I know that LAX is just a mess, and
Yeah.
you have to shuttle somewhere else to get to where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know that now.
Yeah.
Before we didn't know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it just makes more sense now.
So yeah, but yeah, we get there. The Uber didn't show up. I guess we probably had to order just another Uber or something.
No, it wasn't that. We were trying to get to the rental place, and we were shuttled to someone at LAX told us you shuttle here and then they bring you to the rental place.
Mm.
We shuttled there and no one came to save us.
Okay.
We were just there with 12 luggages and just
Stranded.
Stranded.
Just stranded out there. And so yeah, we get the cars and everything. We end up getting the car and what we needed, and we probably just end up going to the Airbnb. We start to settle in. We didn't know how to grocery shop.
Oh my gosh.
When I look at how I grocery shop now, like
compared,
we were but we were also surviving. We were, like you said, we were trying to make funds stretch.
Yeah.
So,
but not even just that. I think, like you said, we didn't know how to grocery shop.
Yeah.
Like we just, again, we lived at home with our parents. They did that.
They did the grocery shopping.
We literally came home with like a bag of peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, cereal.
Like we were just a mess.
Yeah.
Probably not a vegetable in sight.
And it's just like sometimes I hear songs that come on and remind me of that time. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Same. Wow. Like just thinking of the Airbnb we're in, it was a cute little Airbnb.
It was like a 1-bedroom and we had 2 like full-size beds and we shared the room.
And it was just such an unknown, but it was just like it was so unknown. And obviously we had not worries. Obviously we needed to like we knew we had a time limit. We knew we had to get stuff done and look for things. We were on interviews all the time, like daily on the hour. Like I got to go here at this time, right after we got to go bounce over here because I got this interview. And
it was also fun though because we was new. Like we're in this new city. Like we would just drive around just to see, like just to explore.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of uncertain because like we're looking for work and we're looking hopefully to have an apartment soon. But like it's also fun because we're here. Like we got here.
It was like it was a nice little moment of like just exploring. Yeah, we would just drive around. We went all the way to Venice for like tacos when we probably could have
Yeah,
went like around the
down the
corner,
street.
but why not drive to Venice?
Right, exactly. Now you
And
couldn't get me to drive to Venice for
no,
there's no amount of money.
no, but even in this moment talking about it, I've never like, I mean, every now and again I'll think like, wow, but like just remembering when I think about that Airbnb, like I get like a feeling.
I feel you. I know
I
exactly
can't
what you
put word to
mean.
that feeling, but it's just like we were in this like wow, we were just so I don't
And it
know.
also just feels like so long ago. So almost it's maybe like a nostalgic feeling to you.
Maybe.
Yeah,
And just what it felt like it was just like this little Airbnb,
I feel you.
like we were so excited. When we made our first
That's
dinner that
so
night.
crazy. I
This
know
is
we
when
definitely
Issa's show came out. So like that
Sweet
was
Life.
yeah, so we were just watching that and yeah, so now we're looking for jobs. Now, like I said, we're interviewing tons of places and essentially we get jobs. We're in this Airbnb and then now the month is almost up.
Hmm.
And just like a funny little story, so we're sitting in bed.
Oh
This is
yeah, I forgot about
so we're
this.
sitting in bed
No, we're
and
laying in bed. We're about to go to sleep.
bonnets on
Bonnet's on.
and probably doing some silly stuff, just being silly,
Yes,
giggling.
right.
And you are just like, "Did you hear that?" And in
And let me
my
preface by this.
yeah.
I am like hyper vigilant. Like I'm on it. Did you hear that? What was that? Let's go find out. Because nobody's about to just like, no, we're gonna go find out what it is. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I didn't realize that I had a fight in fight or flight. Like I was a fight in that moment, but continue.
Were you a flight? Because I feel like
Yes.
you was ready to fight somebody.
I said fight.
Oh, I thought you said flight
No,
because
no,
I was
no,
like,
fight.
you was ready to go.
Yeah,
You
no,
was
I
ready.
know.
Yeah. So we're just, and I'm like, you know what? Like, no,
She's
no,
always like, what is that? Did you hear that?
like, it's fine. Like, it's just, it's nothing. And someone walks into our Airbnb. It's like midnight,
Hmm.
midnight. And this was going into the second month because I forgot a point. We ended up
Yes, extending our Airbnb for
extending our
another month.
Airbnb. So sorry to jump ahead, but because I just feel like this is a really important part that I did miss. We were stressed.
Oh,
We were
yes.
stressed, pressed, and depressed.
Yes. Almost went home multiple times.
Like it is, yes, it was very fun and we were able to explore, but it was very stressful, like
Yeah.
crying because we didn't know. And I think because we wanted so bad to stay, like there were times like it's just like, damn, like, there's some things that maybe didn't work out how we
Mhm.
had planned it to. And now we're coming up on last couple weeks or
Yeah,
couple days. And I remember I was already working, but I had called out because I was just like,
I remember.
this was towards the end because we were right there. We
Yeah.
didn't know what to do because we're just like, we can't go
We can't go
back.
back.
So we call our uncle
Hmm.
and
Uncle Roy.
yep, we called Uncle Roy, who is also our pastor back home.
Hmm.
And the only one that believed in us.
No, literally.
Literally, like he was like, no, like you guys can do it. So we call him because we just don't know what to do. And this man got connections to God. He talked.
I swear Uncle Roy be knowing things that we don't know. Like God told him something and he knows it, but we just don't know.
We just don't know.
Like he's that connected.
Yeah. No, seriously. So we call him and we're just like, we don't know what to do. Like, we don't know. We don't know what to do.
Yeah.
What do we do? Do we go back home? Like, just, just maybe some assurance or some wisdom or
And also
advice.
just to preface that, like before we left, like the day before we left, he wanted to meet with us to pretty much tell us like y'all can do it. Like
Mm,
give us like a pep talk, like y'all can do anything you want.
mm.
So this
Wow.
is why we called him
Yes.
when we felt like we couldn't.
Yeah. And he was like, you know what? Stay another month.
Hmm.
Honestly, thank you,
Yeah.
Uncle Roy.
Yeah, no, for real.
Seriously, he said, stay another month. And if it doesn't, you always have back home to come, you
You
have
always
home to
come
come
back, yeah.
to. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But
Yeah.
stay another month, which is incredible.
Yeah, because imagine if we were close. We were pretty close after they Airbnb situation, or was it before?
It was like right before.
Okay, right before the Airbnb situation, we were like, kind of just like, okay, this might be it. Like, we have no other. The thing is, we were running out of money. We already didn't come with that much to begin with. I didn't have a job yet, I don't think, at this point.
Uh,
No, I didn't get a job until right before we moved into the first apartment,
mhm,
which is crazy to even think that it took me 2 months ish to find a job.
mhm. So
The
yeah, so
Airbnb
he's like,
story.
okay, stay another 30 days. So that was just like, that is a very important point that I think I needed to mention. But yeah, so fast forward to the story we were just telling you. So someone walks into our Airbnb, and because we had booked that second month, I don't know how these people got it confused. We had been in contact with them. They knew we were booking, and someone walks in. I don't know if it was like the person who actually lived there or they double booked.
I don't think it was legit, but that's another story.
I
Another
don't
day.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
All I know is some man's voice in the darkness said hello. And we were the only two there, as far as I was concerned.
Did you get a pan? Did you get a pan from the kitchen?
After the fact, we put our boxes in front of the door, and then we grabbed a pan, some pans, and some knives from the kitchen, and had them in the bedroom with us.
We were ready to go. And like, I just remember you peeking out with your bonnet on.
And
like,
you were so mad that I did that.
I think I was tight. I was
You
like,
were so mad.
like, why I don't even know why I was upset.
Well, because it's kind of stupid looking back.
Like, you know, because it's just like
going
door.
towards the
yeah.
killer.
I'm like, we don't do this. We don't do this.
My fight instinct just came out because that's not me. I'm very much like what you just said. Like, we do not do this.
Yeah, we do not do this.
Do not do this.
And yeah, I don't know what happened. So he leaves because we are highly favored and God don't play.
Period.
Okay. Leave because you gonna get hurt, not
Right.
us. Something happened to you. So he leaves, and then from there it's like another headache. Because now it's like, all right, we had a month locked in.
Mhm.
Now they're telling us we got to leave. Now they're saying you have till pretty much we called them that night and
Mhm.
told them. And they're pretty much telling us they wanted us out that night. And I said,
no,
I'm
absolutely
going to get
not.
me to sleep, and then I'm going to leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, no. So unfortunately, yes, we had to up and pack
Yep.
the next day.
We're literally now like kind of back at a square one where we're just like, now what? We have no place to go. We're on the phone with you're on the phone with Airbnb, cussing everybody out left and right. This was the old Tory though. This was a few years ago.
This
Cussing
was,
people
and
out.
I was in the office or wherever. I was the lady that was just like, she's calling again.
Yes.
Someone else take the call.
Yes, it's her again. Like, we have her caller ID. It's her again. Answer. So like I said, at this point, we have nowhere to live, nowhere to go. We decided to go to a hotel. Do you want to tell the story?
Which they only wanted to give us one night.
Oh, they only wanted to pay for one night.
I think they only wanted to pay for like one night, 1 or 2 nights, something. I think we got like 3 nights.
Yeah, we were there for 3 nights or something like that.
So
after multiple phone calls with Airbnb, different people cussing people out left and right, pretty much like threatening your mom's life.
Like everybody, your dog, your cat, your grandmother, somebody is going to do something about this, because that's crazy to me. So yeah, they only wanted to pay for one night, and it's just like we just paid like probably $3,500, probably just about, for another month in this Airbnb. So now it's like we just gave all this money away,
and we don't have.
And I'm still fighting for 3 nights at a hotel,
right?
And I'm still having to worry about going to work. Mind you, I had to be at work hella early at this office.
Yeah.
So I have to be up before the sun, in the office by like 5:30, and it was just like,
it was too much.
It was a lot.
So now we figured out the hotel situation. We're driving to the hotel. I think I was driving the U-Haul that had all of our stuff in it, because it couldn't fit in our rental. And you're driving the rental car. We pull up to the hotel, and we park next to each other, and we look over at each other. You're saying something to me. I can't remember what you said.
All I know is because I was on the phone with Airbnb so much, like I'm really like, something has to happen, because before this, it was a miracle. Like, this was a blessing from God. Like, God will always look out for us. But I'm on the phone consistently with this Airbnb trying to get something, and people can't give me answers. It's not the greatest customer service. They're saying we're sending something to like safety.
Oh, we still haven't heard back
We
from
still
them.
haven't heard back from these people. Like they're sending our ticket out, excuse me, our ticket out, like just continuously being put off and put off and put off and put off, to where it's just like at this point it's just so frustrating because no one's helping us. Everyone's putting us off. So we're driving to the hotel because this is where we have to stay now, and we pull up and I get an email. It was probably the best news, like
Literally.
and it was just because it was so unexpected. Like we did
Mhm.
not expect for it to work out so well and in our favor.
Yeah.
But we are favored, and
Highly
we were
favored.
played with that Airbnb situation, and we got what the devil took from us.
Yeah, and then some.
And then some. So we get an email that not only are we getting the $3,500 back from the second month that we had booked, but they're also giving us all of our money back from the first initial month, which we didn't expect because we had stayed. There was really no issues, but we got a good like $7,000
It was
or something like
just
that.
a little over 7 or something like that. Which is great for us because we have no money.
That is a miracle. We got 2 months free in California. 2 months free. And so we're just kind of like, is scruffling a word? Scrapping, whatever you want to call it, to get a new Airbnb so that we can move into it in the next couple days and find something, because it is so last minute and it is the summertime. So maybe people are traveling and vacation. So we got our money back. We got all of our money back.
All of our money back.
And the enthusiasm isn't there today because we've already lived through it. But in that moment, it's just like, yo, we just got all of our money back in this not so great situation.
Yeah. And had we not, now I'm thinking about this now, had we not stayed the second month like Uncle Roy said to, we wouldn't have got that money back.
We wouldn't have gotten that money back. So we have a new Airbnb. Smaller than the first one.
And
I just want people to understand, like, sometimes things aren't pretty.
Oh yeah, no.
Things are not pretty sometimes when there's something that you envision or there's a place you want to be. It is not start pretty and sparkly with rainbows.
Yeah, so this Airbnb was significantly smaller and had one less bed.
So we shared probably a full-size bed. Full-size bed for 30 days. This place was so tiny. This place was probably like a storage. Originally, I think they maybe have they renovated it to be an apartment. Granted, it could work for someone who's just one person, but it was tiny.
Very, very small.
It was small. So, but nonetheless, it was a place.
It was a place.
It was a place that we were able to stay for another 30 days. And great. So now we both have jobs. Now we end up at the same job. Fast forward.
Oh my God, I forgot about that part. I put that so far back in my subconscious. I forgot about that.
Now we have the same job, okay? And let me start off by saying we ain't ever been to dental school. We ain't ever been to dental school. We ain't ever wanted to be in dental school, okay? But this was a situation where the employer was desperate.
And we
were desperate, okay? And oh my God, I can't even believe every single day we went to that place.
So we were dental assistants.
Not just dental assistants. We were assisting an endodontist. We were doing root canals in people's mouths.
Yeah, we had no business. No business.
We were doing root canals. These are serious procedures.
That's crazy that the lives we've lived from then to now is crazy.
And it just was long days. So we had to be in the office by 5:30 because if root canals take a couple hours. So she starts early. Our schedule was supposed to be like 6 to 2, which is great.
I don't think that ever happened.
Never happened. We were working 15-hour days.
Yes. That was probably the most stressed I've ever been in my life.
That was very stressful.
In my life. Like 31 years of my life, that
6 months?
Months was the most stressed I've ever been in my life.
And sometimes all you could do was laugh.
Yeah.
That's all we could do is come home and laugh together because she was a psychopath. She was this 4'8"
tiny little
thing. Like crazy. I can't even believe we put up with that.
I am telling you, that was. I'm surprised I still have teeth at how hard I was
I
clenching
was
at that
clenching
time.
at that time.
Yeah.
I was clenching at that time in my sleep, I remember. So yeah, our days had to start at 5:30, and at that time I mean I did it, and I'm proud of myself that I did it, cuz at that time I don't think I was that much of a morning person like that. Started at 5:30 before the sun came up, and we sometimes wouldn't get home until like 6
Yeah.
p.m.
Yep.
We're we're Ubering it everywhere, which is another thing because we got rid of the rental car.
Yeah.
So now we're Ubering everywhere. And yeah, so we had to be at this job for 6 months that we did not like. It was one of the most stressful jobs we've ever had. Like there was times
not one of the most,
the
most.
You're right.
Without a doubt.
And she would like even if we tried to get a break from her, here she comes around the corner.
Oh my God, that lady was literally, you know who she reminds me of? Do you remember The Incredibles? Her name was Edna Mode, I think. The little lady with the short hair.
With the bob.
Yes.
The Bobbiana.
She probably was
nicer.
Edna was probably nicer than this lady.
She just was like, she would not let us breathe. She did not want us to giggle. She did not want us to talk. She sometimes like, she was just all over the place.
Yeah, she was a mess.
And so she trained us to be the dental assistant because she could train anybody.
Yeah, no.
And sometimes there was another dental assistant, and sometimes we would all just have to look at each other and be like,
what the hell are we doing?
We would just
have
to.
The other girl was an actual dental assistant.
And she was an actual dental assistant. And sometimes, yeah, all we could do was look at each other. I remember there was one time, it was all three of us in the room. It was all three of us in the room, okay? And I don't know what was happening.
The problem is she don't listen. And that's her biggest flaw.
The thing is she wants help, but she also wants to do it all herself. So, I mean, I'm not going to go into it because HIPAA.
Yeah, you don't have to get into it.
But yes, me, Niche, and the other dental assistant, it's great. What was happening in that room was happening. And all we could do was we all stepped back.
Yep, that's literally all we did.
We stepped back and we just looked at each other, each one at one. And that was it.
Yep.
And I just think that was so funny because at that point we're just like, there's nothing we can. There's nothing we can do.
Do you want help or not?
That was that. And yeah, sometimes we would just go home and just laugh. And at one point, one of the workers, they were just like, you guys need to leave.
No, literally. She's like, you guys should just leave. And we did exactly that.
No, literally. She's like, you guys just need to leave. And it's just so funny that she was just like, no, you guys should just leave. Because we were probably the longest lasting dental assistant she had.
Yeah.
So anyways, now we finally get a car.
We finally get a car.
And we dipped out that.
And when I tell you the next day, I was like, I will not be back.
And because you ended up getting another job at a different office.
I got an actual like medical assistant job because that's what I did before we moved.
And let me tell you something. As soon as we got that car, we were out of there.
Out.
Like they
Left
probably
her
put
high and dry.
Like they probably put two and two together. Like they got the car, they're out of here.
They just needed to do what they had to do to get what they needed.
To get what they But so I would say, and then then we come up on before we even get the car, we come up on the last week.
Yep.
The very last week we have to get an apartment. Mm-hmm. We got probably about 7 or 8 days.
Yep.
Had to have been, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very like.
In the meantime, we're like apartment hunting. Like.
Yeah, because we're still at that little shack.
Yeah. Always looking for a place. Like, yeah. And then also, okay, so at the last minute, you said we were a week out before our last Airbnb ended. We have 2 places. Remember? The
oh my
one
gosh.
Place that was a 2-bedroom that was
shady.
Even
the landlord, he had colored contacts in, so I'm just going to say that.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It was between that place and the places that we ended up getting. And we actually no. Have we looked at the other place yet?
Yeah, we looked at that place first, the 2-bedroom.
Yeah, the 2-bedroom that we were like ready to settle for.
Yeah, we were ready to be like, you know what? If this is it, this is it.
It was so bad that we were like, it's a 2-bedroom, but we're still going to share a bedroom.
Yeah,
That's how
it
bad it was.
It was not great. And then we ended up seeing one apartment.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. We walked in. It was actually really nice. I
Really
mean, the
nice.
downside was that it was a 1-bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
but the other one was a 2-bedroom. We still planned on sleeping in the same
together
room because it was
anyway,
just
right?
that shady.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't want to big up this man right now.
Yeah, no. Act like we're back then, because back
We're
then it
gonna
was all
act like
good.
we're gonna act like in the time, but just know,
Shit ain't sweet no more.
it's not sweet no more with this man, okay? So at the time, we look at this apartment and we have this realtor who is showing it,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much we're not qualified. I mean, long story short.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we have an income now. We are qualified, but like kind of not, like,
Yeah.
because there's other people who have more long-standing qualifications.
Exactly. Especially the person that we were against at the time.
Which is a lawyer.
Yeah. Who probably could have paid rent for 2 years without
upfront.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess what touched this man's heart was he had a daughter or daughters. I don't know if he has one or two. And he was just like, he fought for us pretty much. Like he was trying to help us in any way he could and get what he needed. So that way we could get the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And we got it. We got the apartment over the lawyer last minute.
With a few days to spare in our Airbnb.
And I guess pretty much it was, he had daughters or a daughter, and he was just saying,
he was just like, if this was my daughter, I would want someone to help her.
Yeah, like give him a shot. Like everyone needs that one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I mean, nonetheless, I'm grateful for that because that is what got us there. So we shared a bedroom. We shared a 1-bedroom
for 3 years.
For 3 years. So like I was going back to what I was saying, it's not always glamorous. Like you have to sacrifice a lot to get to, because right now we're great.
You have to sacrifice a lot to get a lot.
Yeah.
Which I think now we're at.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah. So it's not pretty, and the whatever circumstances might not be the greatest, but if you want something bad enough, you will find a way to work through it. So yeah, we shared a 1-bedroom for 3 years. We shared one car for about 2 years or a year and a half. It wasn't 3 years.
Yeah, it's probably like 2.
Maybe a little under 3 years. Probably like 2.
2.5, closer to 3.
And we made it work. We had to drop one off and then go to work and then go pick, the other one up. Like it was a lot of navigating 2 different schedules. We sacrificed personal space. We sacrificed privacy. The space also wasn't that big. Mm-hmm. It was good. Like it obviously did the job.
And it helped that it was nice.
Like, it was
a nice apartment.
It was nice.
It had small.
Yeah, it had, like the, pool. It had what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Had what we needed.
Yeah.
And so that's that.
It's so crazy to think about this now because like you just mentioned how like navigating our schedules and stuff, or because we shared a car, like it's so wild when you're living in it, you don't realize it, but like that was a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it was just normal because we had to do it. We had
no choice.
Yeah. We had to just adjust. And so that's that. We lived our lives through it. It was a great 3 years. And so as of recently, we are
nice little turning point in the story.
A nice little turning point. So yeah, a nice little turning point.
Yeah.
So fast forward to coming of the end of our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another thing of manifestation. Like you can really, if you have belief, you can really talk. We have spoken everything that has ever happened.
Everything.
Into existence. And y'all need to stop playing with your lives because you could really, that's how serious I am. You could really speak into just as much as the good, the bad, but you can really bring about anything. So we're coming up on the last year of this 1-bedroom apartment, and it's a feeling. I will say manifesting is like a feeling of just like conviction. Like it is really a without a doubt feeling than it is just speaking. Like you can speak all you want, but if you don't really,
you have to really believe it.
You have to really, it's more of a feeling than anything. And we're like, this is it. We're not going to be here past this year. It's not happening.
It can't.
It's not happening. Literally. So the realtor reaches out to us, and
before we even heard that news, we were like, this is the year that we're getting out of here.
Yeah, this is the year. Yeah, before that even comes up, we're like, this is the year. We
tried before, but it just never worked out.
Yeah, we tried the first year. I will say I think if you prepare, just to make note about moving across the country, it's so doable. If you prepare well, like I have a ton of money, it'll be easy. And maybe you might be in the same boat as us where you just have to move. And like, that's probably the best because that was the best way it was going to happen for us.
Right.
I think as both of us, I'm an overthinker. I don't know if you could. So like as overthinkers, had it not just been like up and go, we would have thought too much and thought ourselves out of it. So you might just be someone that has to just up and move. And if that's the case, the first year or two, I would say in a new place might be the toughest. The first year might be the toughest. By that second year, you'll have some type of footing, some type of routine. But yeah, we did try and move out the first year. We probably tried to move out every single year.
Probably, yeah.
And it just didn't work out. It wasn't the time. But also I will say to that is we had, I don't know about you, but I had a feeling of like, it might not be the time now.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we're saying we're moving out, but like internally, I know that it's probably not the case.
And that's how you know the difference between something that you're manifesting in versus something that you're just saying.
Right.
Because when we knew, we knew.
Right.
Yeah.
And you couldn't tell us. No.
Exactly.
There can't be any point of like iffiness. So in this third year though, to go back to that same point, we knew. 100%. Like it was without, like, you're not telling me I'm staying here another year. So we already have that set, like we're already planning on to start look for apartments, and then the landlord and the realtor kind of come to us and say we have to leave.
Right, because they're selling.
I just see this as divine alignment. Like this is God being like, no, it's time. Right? It's perfect time. You guys had planned on moving and you guys now have no choice.
Right, because they're selling the unit and so you have to go.
You have to go. So it's like, oh, that for me was exciting because it's like it was confirmation for me. It wasn't like shitty news. It was just like, okay.
Right. It was exciting actually.
Huh?
So it was exciting.
It was because we were just like this is it, you know? We didn't know what our next apartment was going to look like.
Yeah.
So we are kind of just looking, and I didn't really have a doubt that we were going to find something at this point because we were qualified. We had long-standing qualifications. We had jobs. We had, good standing with paying rent. I don't know if I had good standing with the landlord, but
no, he didn't like you.
I didn't like him either. Anyways, that was a whole messy situation.
Another time.
Yeah. So now we're looking for apartments. And I remember being like, we are going to get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom at a steal.
A huge 2-bed, 2-bath at a steal. Exact words that you said out of your mouth. For 2-bed, 2-bath, steal.
Yes. And that's what we got. Live?
And a 2-bed, 2-bath, spacious at a steal.
It's a great price for LA. It's a
great price for LA.
It is a very good price. And I just knew. I was like, we had God saw our sacrifice, time, finances, privacy, personal space in general.
Yeah.
We were making do with what we had. And we did that for 3 years.
And honestly, not really complaining about it that much.
No.
I think you said, we kind of just adjusted and, this is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We could have been, doing that and just complaining the whole time, too. Then I feel like we probably wouldn't have got what we have now. But
yeah. And we did it. We made do. And like you said, we didn't complain. We just were happy. We were just happy to be here. And
also, at the same time that you were talking about the apartment that we were going to have, we also talked about cars.
Yes. We also talked about cars. So we get the apartment. That's done.
Check.
And now we have this one car, and we did talk about both getting Teslas,
we did.
and we
And
have
then
them.
we have them. We both have a Tesla. And at the same time, like how the apartment situation kind of was coming to an end because we had to move, the car situation, the car was on its way out. We bought a used Ford that was ready to go.
Yeah. And Bad Gal,
she held us down for real.
She held us
She held us
down.
down. But we had to let her go. And
it was out with the olds and it was in with all the new. And we had spoken about these things. These weren't just things that just kind of like popped up for us. Like everything that had happened in the timeline in this whole episode, like we had spoken about before we had received it. And it was maybe not right away, and we might have had to deal with some really stressful, crazy things and a lot of sacrifice. Sacrifice is the word of the day, because that is what it takes. That is what it takes to get what you really desire. Is a sacrifice of something, whether it be events or friends or types of food or
just comfort,
types of entertainment. Yeah, comfort, space. There's a sacrifice of something that you have to give up to get what you desire. But yeah. And I don't know, did we touch on that we had a podcast when we came here?
We did a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a podcast. We stopped it. And it's just kind of like a full circle moment being back here in a podcast studio.
Even down to my job, we manifested.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I think so like I had my own little journey, like self-discovery journey too. I think I'm just now settling in what I want my career to be. I think it took a very long time to get here.
I feel like it's different for you though, because you like tried things and like you kind of, like you tried different things, what was the one thing that you started?
Yeah, because I feel like I kind of gave myself like the permission to almost be a kid again, like to explore a little bit of being a child, which sometimes I feel like kind of, it's like I don't know if you'd call it catch-22 or a double-edged sword or whatever you would call it. Like, it's almost like I'm so grateful that God allowed me that time, because I really do think I needed it. I think I needed like inner child tour, like needed that. But also I feel like a point of it like kind of held me back, because like, not held me back, but when I think sometimes like I could have been so much further by now, but it's just like, but no, you couldn't have, because you need that to be okay with where you're at now. And I remember the 4 things I wanted to explore was dance, modeling, creative direction, and life coaching. And it's so crazy because life coaching was always a whisper. Even before this, like it was so weird. I don't know, at one point in my life I was like, one day I would like to be a life coach. And it was just so like,
before we moved?
Before, like, I don't know, I think maybe it was before we moved or like maybe very early on. And it was like the slightest of whispers. Didn't really think about it. It was like, yeah, maybe one day once I'm, more wise and, like, wise. Yeah, I want to help people. Like, so I explored all that. Dancing, I love. I think I do it more for my inner child and for more of my self-joy. Not so much for a career. So I was kind of just like knocking things down. Modeling was like, very exciting. I would have loved to like professionally take that on. And if an opportunity comes up where someone asks me to, like, of course I would. Can. But there's a lot of rejection. As, any actor or model or whatever that is, like, when you have to audition, like, it's a lot of rejection. And you definitely have to be a certain type of person to be able to handle that. I mean, it's so much fun to be able to like go to castings, and I think a part of me was doing it because I live in LA, and it's just like people dream of just having the opportunity to have a casting so close. But when you're hearing a no and not being chosen, a lot of the time it's just like it gets to you. It really does get to you. And so I was like, always battling. And sometimes I feel like I would get frustrated with God about it. And I remember just like at one point just being like, I like surrender that
Mm.
because I feel like I was in such a battle between modeling and life coaching of like what I was going to put my full time in. But I was more frustrated with God when I was pursuing modeling than what I do now.
It's so interesting to think about how we get frustrated with God when like that was never his plan in the first place. He's like, you're
Right.
mad at me, but this is not even what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just funny how like us little humans just really don't be knowing anything.
Yeah. And I think that was a big sign as to why I shouldn't be. And that's why I was like, you know what? Like I do love it so much and I'm happy you allow me to do it as an outlet. But I know that what I'm supposed to be doing would bring me closer to you and not pull me, not
Mm.
necessarily away, but I wouldn't be so frustrated with you. Like it's gonna come so easy. Like you already have what I should be doing, you already have the connections and you already have whatever I
Yeah.
need. Like you're going to give it to me. So I stopped doing that, which was kind of frustrating, but again, I still love that I can do it as an outlet. Creative direction was cool, but I just don't think I enjoyed it as much as I thought I did. Like
Mm.
I think I liked being a part of the process or being a part of the vision as like maybe the model aspect opposed to like putting everything together. But I'm
Mm.
grateful for the opportunity of again exploring those things to know that those aren't where I need to be.
Right.
Which then brought me to life. And I think now I'm kind of settling into life and manifestation coaching. I know for a minute I was kind of like, I don't know where I sit in the coaching. And then this all kind of came about. So I'm just kind of in the process of building, but you have also spoken into your career.
Yeah. A lot. A lot of times without even knowing.
Mhm.
And it all, again, the pandemic is what kind of brought it all about.
Mhm.
Like starting our podcast.
But like
And
even now, like who you work for, like
no, I know that's what I'm kind of
you,
starting at the beginning, like having our podcast and like kind of just like learning the different things. Cause like we started from nothing. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We literally didn't know a single thing about podcasting.
and do you remember the studio space that we had?
Yeah, your bedroom.
No, your
Oh
mom's
yes, my
daycare
mom's
with her
daycare.
nap.
Yeah, her nap, her little, she had these little like nap mats,
The ones that in
the
preschool. You
blue
remember when
ones.
you
Yeah,
would lay
yeah,
it on the
yeah.
floor and you would take a
Exactly. And
nap?
we were using those for like sound proofing. It
Yeah.
was so ghetto. Um, but yeah, just like the process of like editing and just putting a podcast together. I don't even know how that role became my responsibility. It just happened.
Mm.
And like that just turned into this, what I do now, which is like so wild. And sometimes like you were just talking about how like things come easy.
Mm.
Sometimes like that worries me. I'm like, it feels like it almost came too easy for
Mm.
me, which I don't know. I don't know.
I
I go
think
back
what's
and
meant
forth
for
a
you is
lot.
supposed to come that easy.
Yeah.
Because even with coaching, I'm like, this is too easy.
Yeah.
I've had that thought. I'm like, there's no way. And I don't know if it comes from like a place of like struggle, like a survival.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, it's like my brain can't process something can be that easy.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
even to
like,
this day, I like it worries me. I'm like, am I supposed to be doing this? Like, it almost feels too easy. Like,
but I think that's exactly where you should be.
yeah,
I think when something is too easy, that is where you should be. Like, why wouldn't God want it to be easy for you?
yeah,
Like, if you're supposed to be in that position, like, because that is not as easy for that is not for me. Like, what you do to me, like even earlier, I was like, that is like, how do you do this?
wait, what?
Like all these
Oh, the wires
the
and stuff.
wires and the
Yeah,
cameras, and it's just like, well, because it's not for me. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, yeah. I just think it's so funny that you say that because it's just like, no, it's supposed to be that easy
yeah.
because you're made to do it. Like that was
Period.
you know
I
what I mean?
receive it. But what was I saying? The starting of the podcast and just like learning all this stuff, it just kind of came like, okay, I could do this. And then like people that I have been a fan of in this space just so happen to just be like aligned. And this is why it's so important to like go for things that you want to go for, because you don't know who is like waiting for their opportunity, because of something you started.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Like, had WTF Media not opened, who knows? Like, there's just so many different things that have aligned for me to be where I am now. And it truly 99% of the time doesn't even feel real, but I'm here
Yeah.
disassociating
Yeah.
and just living.
And now we just it's just our day to day.
Yeah.
And it's just like it worked out.
It
It worked
worked
out
out.
off of a single
Decision
decision.
to move across the country.
And we
And
we moved on the feeling and the thought and the want and the desire.
yeah.
And it's just like if you are someone who has the want, the desire, and it's really calling to you, like it's something that's just like you can't ignore, you should probably
look into it.
you should probably look in, yeah.
Just see what your options are.
Yeah. See the possibilities, and it's going to be scary. It might be stressful. It might not be pretty. You might not have all the resources, but we didn't have all the resources. We just said,
Yeah.
God will give us, it takes just action, and on the way you will get what you need.
And it's so just like, again, when you're living through something, you don't really realize things that are happening, but like through the time, even the most stressful of days, we had everything we needed.
Mhm.
We rent was paid on time. We always had food. Like there was never a time where we didn't have
Mhm.
what we needed.
Mhm. And for the most part, as stressful and like
Had
hard
everything.
it was also like pretty seamless at the
Yeah.
same time. You know what I mean? Like it was so emotionally draining and all the things, but at the same time it like went the best possible way.
Yeah. Yeah, it all worked out. And
Yeah.
it's so crazy because it feels like it's been so long, but it hasn't. It's only been 4 years. Like,
Yeah.
but a lot has changed
But
in
we were
the
supposed
last
to be
4
back home
years.
3 years ago.
Really, truly. After that first month in the Airbnb, we were supposed to be back home.
Or people thought we were going to be back.
People thought we weren't coming in the first place.
Yeah.
But now they're like, "Are you ever going to come back?"
And we're like,
no.
no.
Absolutely not.
But
you can come visit me.
Yeah, that is our story. That is our full circle moment. That is our story of how we came to this point, like I know there's people like friends and stuff who have like was there when we moved here and kind of probably watched us evolve out here in California. Maybe we made it look easy. It was not. And I encourage anyone who watched this or listens to this to like do the thing, whether it's moving, whether it's the career, whether it's just a hobby that you have been thinking about doing, like just do the thing.
Yeah, because if we can do it,
If
you
we
for
can,
sure can
yeah,
do it.
yeah,
Because we were just two regular girls from Boston who were just
taking on Los Angeles,
going to brunch every Saturday, like
on a
no
Tuesday.
worries in the world.
Yeah, but it took a lot.
Yeah,
but
it took a lot.
I thank you all for tuning on the first episode, the very first episode. I'm very excited for you guys to see who we have and to gain some insight. Make sure you follow, subscribe, do all the things on all the platforms, and we will catch you next time on episode 2.